Welcome to the series of Bhagavad Gita chapters. Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 15, known as Purushottama Yoga, unfolds as a dialogue between Lord Krishna and Prince Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This chapter is renowned for its profound metaphors and teachings, offering deep insights into the nature of existence, the eternal soul, and the path to spiritual liberation. At the heart of Chapter 15 lies the metaphor of the eternal tree of life, illustrating the interconnectedness of all beings and their dependence on the ultimate reality, symbolized as the divine cosmic tree. Lord Krishna describes this tree as having its roots above and branches below, representing the material and spiritual realms. The roots signify the actions and desires of beings in the material world, while the branches extend into various forms of existence. The tree's nourishment flows from the eternal and unchanging reality, sustaining the entire cosmos. Central to this chapter is the concept of the eternal soul, atman, distinct from the perishable body. Lord Krishna elucidates that the atman is indestructible, beyond birth and death, and transcends the physical form it temporarily inhabits. He emphasizes the importance of understanding this eternal nature of the self to attain true spiritual realization and liberation from the cycle of birth and death, samsara. Chapter 15 also explores the notion of Purushottama, the supreme person or the supreme soul. Lord Krishna reveals himself as Purushottama, the ultimate source and sustainer of all beings. He explains that while the material world is temporary and subject to change, the spiritual realm, which is beyond the material existence, is eternal and imperishable. By recognizing and surrendering to the Supreme Soul, one can transcend material bondage and attain spiritual freedom. Throughout the discourse, Lord Krishna emphasizes the significance of knowledge and wisdom in attaining liberation, moksha. He encourages Arjuna, and by extension all seekers, to cultivate detachment from material desires and to focus on spiritual growth. By understanding the eternal nature of the self and its relationship with the Supreme, individuals can transcend earthly attachments and achieve union with the divine. Chapter 15, verse 1, Lord Krishna explains the eternal and imperishable nature of the cosmic tree, rooted above and branching below, symbolizing the universe. He reveals that its leaves are the Vedic hymns, and one who understands this tree comprehends the essence of the Vedas. This metaphor illustrates the interconnectedness of all existence and the importance of spiritual knowledge in realizing the ultimate truth beyond material forms. Chapter 15, verse 2. Lord Krishna describes that those who are free from pride and delusion, who have conquered the evil of attachment, and who are constantly dwelling in the self-realized state, perceive the supreme reality. Such individuals, detached from material desires and firmly rooted in spiritual knowledge, understand the essence of existence beyond fleeting appearances. This verse emphasizes the qualities and mindset necessary for perceiving the eternal truth of the divine reality. Chapter 15, verse 3. Lord Krishna explains that the eternal soul, a part of himself, manifests in the material world and experiences the senses, mind, and intellect. This manifestation leads beings to develop attachments and desires within the physical realm. Through this verse, Krishna highlights the eternal soul's connection to him and its journey through various embodiments, influencing desires and experiences in the material world. Chapter 15, verse 4, Lord Krishna elucidates that although he is the seed-giving father of all beings, the material world unfolds independently through the interaction of the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. He asserts his role as the ultimate source from which all living beings derive their existence, emphasizing the interplay of cosmic elements in creating and sustaining diverse forms of life within the universe. Chapter 15, verse 5, Lord Krishna explains that the eternal souls, jivas, are embodied in material nature, which acts as the womb for their manifestation. He clarifies that these souls, influenced by material conditions, develop attachments and undergo various experiences. Krishna highlights the role of material nature as the medium through which souls experience life and evolve, illustrating the intertwined relationship between the eternal self and the temporary material world. Chapter 15, verse 6. Lord Krishna elaborates that the material world consists of two aspects, the perishable physical bodies and the imperishable, eternal soul within each being. He emphasizes that the material body serves as a temporary vessel for the soul's experiences and interactions with the external world. This verse underscores the fundamental duality of existence, between the transient nature of physical forms and the enduring essence of the eternal soul, which transcends birth and death. Chapter 15, verse 7. Lord Krishna asserts that the soul, part of himself, enjoys the material world through the mind and senses. He explains that these faculties, derived from material nature, enable the soul to experience pleasure and pain, influencing its journey through different lifetimes. This verse underscores the soul's engagement with the material realm, shaped by its interactions with the senses and mind, which are integral to its experience and evolution. Chapter 15, verse 8. Lord Krishna reveals that the soul, being eternal and beyond material nature, is situated in the body like a witness. He explains that it neither acts nor is affected by the body's activities, remaining detached yet intimately connected. This verse illustrates the soul's role as an observer within the physical form, unaffected by the transient experiences and changes of the material world, emphasizing its inherent nature of eternal existence and detachment. Chapter 15, verse 9. Lord Krishna explains that the soul, the eternal part of himself, pervades the body and sustains it. He clarifies that the soul is the source of consciousness and vitality within every living being, enabling them to engage in activities and experience life. This verse highlights the soul's intrinsic connection with the body, serving as the driving force behind all physical and mental faculties, while remaining distinct from the material form it inhabits. Chapter 15, verse 10. Lord Krishna describes how individuals who understand the soul's eternal nature and its relationship with the body attain liberation from material bondage. He explains that those who know the soul's transcendental existence beyond birth and death are freed from delusion and attain spiritual wisdom. This verse emphasizes the importance of realizing the eternal soul's distinctiveness from the perishable body as a path to ultimate liberation. Moksha. Chapter 15, verse 11. Lord Krishna teaches that the enlightened souls who comprehend his presence within all beings and the ultimate reality of the material and spiritual realms attain eternal peace and liberation. He emphasizes that those who recognize the divine essence pervading everything, including themselves and others, transcend worldly illusions. This verse underscores the transformative power of spiritual realization in achieving inner peace and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Chapter 15, verse 12. Lord Krishna explains that he is the supreme deity who nourishes all beings and resides in their hearts. He elucidates that from him arise memory, knowledge, and their absence, delusion, affirming his omnipresence and role in governing the faculties of beings. This verse emphasizes Krishna's integral presence within all living entities, sustaining their existence and facilitating their experiences through the faculties of mind and intellect. Chapter 15, verse 13. Lord Krishna declares that he enters into the earth and sustains all living beings with his energy. He mentions that by becoming the moon, he nourishes the plants with life-giving juice. This verse highlights Krishna's omnipresence and his role in maintaining the balance of nature, emphasizing his divine power that supports and nurtures all forms of life on earth through various natural processes. Chapter 15, verse 14. Lord Krishna explains that he is the digestive fire in the bodies of all living beings. He states that he combines with the life airs to digest the 4 types of food: chewed, sucked, licked, and drunk. This verse highlights Krishna's role in the fundamental processes of life, emphasizing his presence within all beings and his function in sustaining life through the vital process of digestion and assimilation of nourishment. Chapter 15, verse 15. Lord Krishna states that he resides in the hearts of all beings, granting memory, knowledge, and forgetfulness. He affirms that he is the source of the Vedas and their essence, and that he is to be known through the Vedas. This verse underscores Krishna's omnipresence and integral role in guiding the intellect and spiritual understanding of all beings. highlighting his position as the ultimate source of wisdom and spiritual knowledge. Chapter 15, verse 16. Lord Krishna explains that there are two types of beings in the world, the perishable and the imperishable. The perishable refers to all living entities in the material world, which are subject to birth and death. The imperishable are the eternal souls that transcend these cycles. This verse emphasizes the dual nature of existence, distinguishing between the transient physical forms and the everlasting spiritual essence of beings. Chapter 15, verse 17. Lord Krishna introduces the concept of the Supreme Person, Purushottama, who is beyond both the perishable beings and the imperishable soul. He describes himself as this Supreme Person who sustains and governs the entire universe. This verse highlights Krishna's transcendental nature and supreme position above all creation, underscoring his role as the ultimate source and sustainer of both the material and spiritual realms. Chapter 15, verse 18. Lord Krishna proclaims his superiority as the Supreme Person, Purushottama, beyond both the perishable, material bodies, and the imperishable, eternal souls. He asserts that because he transcends both realms, he is celebrated in the world and the Vedas as the ultimate highest being. This verse emphasizes Krishna's supreme and unparalleled position, acknowledging his divine status and the recognition he receives in spiritual texts and traditions. Chapter 15, verse 19. Lord Krishna declares that those who know him as the Supreme Person, Purushottama, with unwavering faith and devotion, are the wisest and have fully realized the essence of spiritual knowledge. Such individuals, who understand Krishna's supreme position, worship him with their whole being and are truly aligned with the highest truth. This verse underscores the importance of recognizing Krishna's divine nature for attaining complete spiritual enlightenment and liberation. Chapter 15, verse 20. Lord Krishna concludes by stating that the teachings he has imparted in this chapter constitute the most profound and secret knowledge. He emphasizes that understanding these teachings about the eternal soul, the Supreme Person, and the nature of existence leads to wisdom and fulfillment. This verse highlights the significance of the insights shared in this chapter, encouraging devotees to grasp and apply this supreme wisdom for attaining spiritual liberation and ultimate peace. Bhagavad Gita Chapter 15 thus serves as a beacon of spiritual wisdom, guiding humanity towards self-realization and ultimate liberation. Its teachings on the eternal soul, the cosmic tree of life, and the supremacy of the divine offer profound insights into the nature of reality and the path to spiritual fulfillment. This chapter continues to inspire spiritual seekers worldwide, inviting them to explore the depths of their own consciousness and discover the eternal truths that transcend the transient nature of material existence. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel for more videos.